Hello all of you risk takers and truth seekers to Podcast Live Debate. For today it's time to talk about day number 13 and 14 together. And why is that? Because I didn't even sleep nothing between day 13 and 14. So we're gonna come to this a little bit later. Currently I'm in Berlin, so I'm doing this vlog from Berlin. Day 13 and 14, it's interchangeable days. It's a good coffee between Paris and Berlin. First, let me start with this one with showing gratitude to every vlogger, every person who does reviews, every person who is walking across this globe and doing all these fancy videos about hotels, about airplanes and whatever. Guys, I truly admire you. I'll tell you why, because a little bit later I explain to you what incident I had just to record something. And today in hotel, it's a great hotel. I'm in Berlin. Hotel is called the Titanic. I need to read Titanic Gendarmenmarkt Berlin. So I'm gonna do this review a little bit later. But the fact it is that you guys, you are truly special. I'm admiring every single person who does the content creation on the go. I found difficult in several things. First of all, it's far too much equipment I need to carry from Australia with me on every travel. So try to be versatile, use smaller equipment, easy equipment, light equipment. Does work this very well? It does so far. Secondly, it's always problematic when you try to do the review. If you try to sit in space like this right now, as I am in a foyer of this hotel. It's an amazing hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. I want to show you this bit later. So guys, I'm truly admiring all the content creators, all the people who are doing reviews, except those who sit on a plane and they're doing in a business class the video. That's easy because it's a confined space, it's your space, nobody disturb you. But everybody else, I truly admire you guys. So let me start with day number 13. As you know, Paris is a truly majestic city. But what I didn't expect in Paris, it's gonna be a nice and sunny day. So Paris has this weird weather, in the morning it's either rain or sun, or afternoon it's sun or rain. So the day started with a beautiful sunny day. So I walked down towards the Eiffel Tower. I said to myself, this is my last day in Paris. I want to see Eiffel Tower with the blue sky, puffy white clouds. There was so many tourists over there. I truly enjoy every single aspect of walking to that place. But now, that's where my problem starts. First of all, you know that I stay in a hotel. I stayed and I show you my room. The room was like that big, literally, a little bit bigger. I can open the window with my left hand and I can close the door with my right hand. Behind me it's a bed and a small bathroom. Okay, I was being told that that's a great hotel for the Paris. Location, 10 of 10. But it's not just this because I'm the big guy, I need a bigger space, but you try to be comfortable, you try to put your stuff away, and that's the problem when you don't have the space to put your stuff. Then you want to do some work on a laptop, table is far too short, so my hands was like this, and I couldn't do nothing. But apart of this location and the stuff were great. And when I asked why did I got this room in which it's obviously for the midgets, what do you think what answer I got? Correct. You're a single guy, we have the big bed, smaller room. Okay, I can buy this. But the same day when I was walking to Eiffel Tower, I want to go in a coffee shop for the coffee. And guess what? There's plenty of tables, so many free tables, and I said I'm gonna sit in the shade in a corner on a terrace. And waiter says to me, no, you will not sit there. And I said why not? He says, this is for the couples. I said so what's for the singles? He said, front row on the sun. I said, but there's nobody there. He says to me, in France I learned this thing, you are never right, customer is always wrong, and customer will never win. So guys, lesson I learned in Paris, don't argue, don't expect that the customer service is going to be as you believe you deserve. Customer is never right in Paris. So either I can get a room I believe I deserve because I paid room, you paying the hefty price for the room, but you get a room for literally midgets, literally midgets. But then justifying that this is okay because you're single. Okay, you come in a restaurant, I wanted that position. You can't because it's for the couples. Even there is nobody there on the terrace, you can't get a spot because the mentality, it says you will not win. So guys, learn the lesson from me. Do not expect customer service as you believe you should get in your country, wherever you come from. You can argue as much as you want, you're never gonna win. Eventually, I settled myself with a coffee in local Starbucks. Such a life. Which brings me to the almost ending my day in Paris. After this amazing experience, I went for the cruise on a Seine River. Cruise was fantastic. I must say, even the day was started with the blue sky, puffy white clouds. It ended up with the wind and the rain and the dark and gray weather. But that didn't stop me or hundreds of other tourists. Paris, it's flooded with tourists. Flooded. I must say, I'm very pleased to see how many tourists in Paris there are and how the government, even despite they have the Olympic Games and a lot of things are happening in Paris, you don't see it. It's a presence of police, it's heavy. It's a lot of cleaning, it's a lot of building, but still the life functioning normally. The Paris, you know what I mean? I can relate this to any European city. Even in Berlin, where I'm right now, right here, they're doing all the buildings for the Euro Soccer Cup. So the thing is, Paris, you're gonna expect between now and mid-July a lot of building, a lot of obstructions, heavy police presence. Even I was being told that France is still on level 5 terrorist threat. So be cautious. I mean, be cautious where you're going, what you're doing, and how you behave, because you may be treated as a suspicious person. Now that brings me to the cruise. Cruise was majestic, as I said, like from blue sky, white clouds to gray, dark, rainy afternoon. But once when you're on a boat, it's exactly what I expected. That amazing beauty of the Paris when you see from the river, it's a totally different perspective. One thing I must say, Paris has so many bridges. It's absolutely, for my understanding, it's far too many bridges. But they have so many bridges. But some bridges they're dating, 15th century till the 20th century. So it's a lot of bridges between now and last 600 years built in France. And once when you're on that boat, the guy's strongly suggesting you to go and enjoy cruise on a river, because you will see the Paris from different perspective. People are totally relaxed. I never saw people sitting next to the river like in Paris, enjoying the drinks, some love couples, some people are talking business. There's a happy hour every day in Paris. That's the one thing I saw. It's a lot of drinking. They have that culture to drink after work. Alcohol, not a coffee like me, but that is something for your consideration. So it's a lot of smaller boats on a river where the people live. That's the first thing you're gonna notice. It's a lot of people living on a river. And it's for somebody tastes, that's a great. For mine, I'll never be able to sleep that, because safety and security for me, it's a paramount, and living on a river, it doesn't work that way. You're exposing yourself to more perpetrators than you're living in a unit or in a house. Then you can see the architecture of the Paris. It's just amazing. I can't even name the type of the architecture which is built to the centuries, but my eyes are just gloating seeing these massive buildings built a couple hundred years ago, which you can see it's at high ceilings, at least 3 meters high ceilings. They're still standing today as a testament of the human invention, human desire to compete with other cities. Look at my architecture, look at your architecture. And it was just amazing spectacle to see, till we didn't come to the Notre Dame. Notre Dame is still being renovated, as you know, it's been damaged in a fire. And once when I finished that cruise on a river, I must say, I went in a hotel truly enjoying that time in Paris. Now I want to just give you another update. So dinner in Paris. right? I don't speak French, speak a little bit Italian. Went to a restaurant, and the guy says to me, French or Italian? I say English. He says, I say like, what is that? Olympic Games are coming. How are you gonna treat your customers who speaks only English? So in France, another thing, expect they will not talk to you in English. They refuse to talk to on English. Don't ask me why, I don't want any politics, but they don't want to talk on English whatsoever. And that brings my day number 13 towards the end. And only I had, after I finished my packing in my amazingly beautiful big room, till the midnight. And I wake up 4 hours later to catch the flight to Berlin. So I slept for like 2, 3, 4 hours, I can't even remember anymore. But I slept very, very short because I packed my stuff in that big, beautiful room. I was sleeping in my suitcase, I was hugging my suitcase because I have nowhere to put the suitcase, honestly. So it was literally on my bed. The fact is that I want to have the coffee in the morning, but you can't have the coffee, it makes me infuriated. But that is nothing what followed my day. So eventually I wake up, pick up my stuff, left the hotel room. The gentleman reception was very kind enough to organize for me a taxi ride. Well, surprise, surprise, it's my day 14. Why will don't do something in 2 weeks of traveling, celebrate some stupidity? And I did. So what's happened? Taxi driver arrived, great guy. He was very talkative, which is surprise again for me. They don't speak English, but this guy speaks English perfectly. Okay, maybe it's one of many people who want to speak English, but they don't want it because national pride doesn't allow them. However, he did talk to me in English. Put my suitcase, and off we go to airport. Guys, always check location where you are, how long it takes you to destination. Doesn't matter you're traveling. So I check always, asking the holy grail of the knowledge, Dr. Google, where is the airport? Shall is the goal? And the taxi driver says to me something very interesting. You better tell me the flight number because it's very strange how they're organizing the terminals and how you arrive them. Charles de Gaulle is notorious. I never saw such a mess to come on a terminal, but he knows the stuff. I gave him number of the flight. He took me there. He says A2, whatever that means. Okay, it's A2. But something interesting happened while we driving to airport. The taximeter doesn't work. He doesn't talk about money. I don't ask nothing. But I'm curious. And suddenly, he smashed the taximeter, and the taximeter shows $7.70. No, sorry, euro. €7 and something. Fine, €7. Not bad. We are halfway through, I think. I'm checking my map. It's like a 1/3 of the trip. So we traveling, and then he slapped the taximeter again. Boom! I said, Mike, why are you doing this? He says to me, it doesn't work properly. Well, don't drive the taxi, it doesn't work properly. Anyway, he smacked the third time when he come on airport, and of course, by my surprise, €80 was a drive. I wasn't convinced that that's the exactly price I should pay, I would pay if I use taxi with a taximeter running, but what can I say? He says to me €80, I pay him, I check my account straight away, I say, can I get my receipt? When they won't give a receipt, that's a trouble for you, that's a sign. Always ask for receipt when you pay something. Doesn't matter what you do in foreign country, always ask for receipt. Well, then you come to the Air France. Well, there's another surprise. You don't do nothing. Well, I'm just joking. You do everything. There is a lady there, she says, do this, do that, do this, do that. Same as a security in St. Pancras Station, London. Do this, do that. Okay, I did it. No problem, I did it. But then you come to the counter and they weigh in my suitcase and I was like 1.2 kilo more and I need to pay €125. €125 for 1.2 kilo more. €125, that's $200. And then I'm wondering, what else I'm gonna pay on that flight? And I didn't know. It says Air France. So you walk inside, you pass the security, not surprised anymore. You, mister, on the side, body search and, I need to spell on a French the national anthem. everything what they possibly can do, they did to me. And then I said, oh, no, you're okay, you can go now. Well, seriously, I mean, really? I mean, all my life they're putting me on the side. You know, why is that? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. And I come to the gate. Says Paris to Berlin. Like that song. From Paris to Berlin. Okay. It's not the airplanes. The company is called Amelia. Like that movie. Amelia. It's like romantic. In street I was in Paris, in my hotel, opposite me was a hotel called Amelia. Is that a sign? It's some romance on a horizon? I don't know. But it's very romantic. And then my trouble starts. Once we went on board, plane was half full, and the flight is not long, maybe hour and 10-15 minutes. In Australia, that's called local flight, you know what I mean, between the Sydney, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and you know, that those type of flights I'm taking in Sydney. And I was sitting at the back seat, at the back of the plane. Next to me was a flight attendant who was talking to something, whispering on his English, which is very good. Obviously, the guy wants to talk. And I say, are you okay for me taking my camera, record myself here at the back seat? He says, oui, sacre bleu, oui. I said, okay, no croissants, I can record myself. And I start recording myself. It was like a half the flight, yeah, mid-flight. I think it was like a 40 minutes into flight. And then lady in front of me, she jumped from her seat and she started cursing me, swearing in French. Obviously, her body language didn't show that she shows me love, but she was like, yo, sacre bleu, merda, I said, excuse me, you know what I mean? What I'm doing to you? You invading my privacy, you recording me. It's like, who's going to record you on a plane? You know what I mean? Like, really? Sitting at the back of the plane together with me, okay, front row in front of me, but she was very, very unpleasant. That flight attendant eventually says, calma, you know, please, there's nothing wrong to you. I said, I can't record. Amelia betrayed me. I was hoping that's going to be some love story on the plane. It wasn't. So I enjoyed the flight. Regardless of everything, I enjoyed it. For that, I say, guys, I'm admiring you, all of you who are doing the content creation on the go, when you're traveling, wherever you go. And that, guys, brought me to Berlin, to the place where I'm going to continue our journey on vlogging. I highly recommend do the cruise on river in Paris, fly with Amelia, but always check is any lunatics ahead of you, next to you. But somebody complained with the phone, you know, that they think that you invaded their privacy, even recording yourself. So I was behind the seat like this. Wasn't, anyway. I think she's gonna find the happiness in some other moments, and whatever she is, whatever she does, I'm wishing her best. So guys, let me know in the comment section below, did you have a bad experiences while you're recording yourself somewhere with somebody, somehow? Till the new day, new vlog, stay tuned. I'll be back with more our story, Berlin story. Berlin story is something you need to follow. Thank you.